amongst the supporters, a channel member, Glenn Patrick. No, I do get that it might sound like I'm trying to get my excuses in early, but in my defence, fine. As my excuse, you didn't give me enough money to spend to be able to buy any new players. By the time we'd turned everybody professional and given them new contracts, we could sign literally nobody. And you want me to finish in the top half of the division above. You see Levante got relegated last year after they won the title, yeah? And they spent money. I will do my best. Hello and welcome to part 30 of Holiday Home. I'm Kevin, coming up on today's episode with our first two games of the new season. We are away against Cartagena and at home against Intercity. I think Intercity were in our league last year. Cartagena, though, the team we are away from home at on the first day, are newly relegated from Tier 2 and one of the favourites to go straight back up again. Also, Real San Sebastian B are also one of the favourites. It's a pretty tough start to the new season. But yeah, Intercity came up with us last year, so fingers crossed we can at least pick up some points there. If we end this episode on no points, it's going to be a long, hard season. If you want to see what we got up to over the summer, obviously you've got yesterday's transfer video to get fully up to date with who the new faces are, but this is the team for the first day of the new season. No Alex Boxall because he's suspended. We do now get to have 12 substitutes, so everyone's involved, but this is the starting 11. These are the boys. We've got Romero in goal, a back four of Zafra, now our first choice left back at 19 years old. We need him to push on like the fellow academy graduates, Rabiu, Boxall, the Ivans, like these guys have done before him. Zafra needs to step up and look like he belongs. He's not fully fit today. So Russ Eddy, another one of the academy youngsters who spent 2 years away on loan. He might be on before too long in this match, but Zafra starts. New boy Nicolau on the left side of the defence with Ivan Such alongside him. Carrington at right back. Another of the new boys, Moreno, who's on loan from Getafe, from a Spanish club. He's at the base of the midfield with Cucurella and new club captain Rabiu ahead of him. Martinez Perez on the left, Fakal on the right, and Kevin Carlos is fully fit after missing the last 3 or 4 games of the season with a hamstring problem. Has done a full pre-season. He started and scored in our first pre-season friendly, so recovered very quickly from his hamstring problem, and fingers crossed that's not going to be recurring and he'll be all right. But away from home against one of the best teams in the league who were playing 2 divisions ahead of us last year is alarming, especially when we see straight away that they're playing a front 4 to match up with our back 4. Moreno's going to have to do a lot of work protecting the back 4 today in a role that he's never played for us before. And with Zafra not being fully fit and Nicolau never playing for us before either, it's all a little bit alarming. But Romero, boys and girls, it's just been brought to my attention that I had the wrong overlay on. Ignore this. I mean, NordVPN are great. They're not actually sponsoring this video, though. They were sponsoring the stream. But yeah, we're going to make this go away. There you go. It's gone. We're not on stream after all. Bad Kev. That might have even been on the last clip of the yesterday's video as well. If it was, much apologies. I'm not going to make a habit of having that here on the main channel. 'Twas just an oversight. You can blame editor Chris because it's taken him 15 minutes of me talking with it there to notice that it was there before he lets me know that it was there. So it's all on him. Blame editor Chris. But hopefully now the NordVPN logo has gone, we'll score a goal to honour our streams. But it's tenuous, but we have got a free kick here. But unfortunately, nothing comes of it. We don't get a highlight for the free kick, which is, I mean, it is a little bit troublesome. Still 0-0 though. I would be very happy with a draw away from home against one of the best teams in the league on the first day of the season. So if this ends 0-0, I am pretty happy, and it would be actually quite a positive thing. Shut up, Siri. It would be quite a positive thing for this new look defence if we were able to keep a clean sheet. Carrington kind of just heading the ball up into the air, but now Fakal has got the chance to get it properly clear, and presumably he did because the highlight ended. We've definitely been the second best team on the pitch, silver medalists, but as it stands at the moment, it doesn't matter because it's still 0-0. Cartagena have not scored a goal. So as long as they don't score a goal, they're probably not going to win. We've got a corner here. It's Rabiot, the tallest player on the pitch, with the in-swinging corner. Make it make sense. But Ivan at the far post can't direct it goalwards, and now there is a counter-attack. And of course, the majority of our defenders were up attacking for that corner, although they've taken so long on this counter-attack that everyone's got back into position. It doesn't matter because they've still scored, though. I mean, that's just showing off. They could have hit us with a quick counter-attack when we had no defenders back, but decided to wait for our defenders were there so they could score a proper goal against a proper defence like big, clever boys. You're not impressing anyone, you bunch of show-offs. I mean, we did quite well. Carrington did well to get a block in, but ultimately they did just have too many men forward compared to what we had back defensively. They've played with a front four all afternoon. They should have absolutely ruined us by now. The fact we've kept it to 1 goal so far. We're doing all right. Zafra, as expected, is tired, so Russ Eddy is going to come on to play his first game for us in over 2 years. Kevin Carlos can also come off. Ivan Luis can come on and play centre forward, and Rabiot is also tiring, so we'll take him off and give a debut to Hagguido Koulibaly, who is another one who's come through our youth system. He's had 3 years out on loan and is now going to play as the deep line playmaker, allowing Cucurella to push forward a little bit. And Koulibaly, first chance for us to have a look at him, who was one of the first players we gave a new contract to this summer when he arrived back from his loan, having done a bit of a Mick Powell. Or do we call it doing a Joseph Rabiot now? Because Rabiot, the first one to do it in this save, and has since gone on to be club captain, hero of the save, best player at the club. And Luis is in behind here, and that's our first and possibly only big chance of the game. And he's ballooned it over the crossbar. He's got to do better with it than that. Those kind of opportunities aren't going to come as often for us this season. We've got to take them when they do. And now Ivan Fakal's picked up a little bit of a knock, so Ivan Mutt can come on for him. And for the final change, we've got so many options. There's too many Ivans. Ivan Nicolau is going to come off. He's on a yellow card. Joffrey will come on and play centre back. And Joffrey probably should have started. He's a left-sided centre-back, but we've got a free kick here. It's Russ Eddy, surely not. The man who's been away for 2 years returns home, and Russ Eddy has scored a wonderful free kick to equalise. What is going on? There's no way he should be getting... We've not seen him for 2 years. There were rumours that he'd given up football altogether. But there he is, grabbing the equaliser for us within 10 minutes of being back in the team. And now, unfortunately, there is a free kick at the other end of the pitch. So maybe Russ Eddy isn't going to be able to be full hero. But Romero makes the save. 1-1 would be a very, very good result for us in this match. But we do have to... battle against a little bit of pressure at the end of the match here. We are mugging Cartagena if we do come away with a point. They've been so much better than us in this game. We've had 28% of the possession, but it doesn't matter when you've got the wand of a left foot that is possessed by Russ Eddy, the first home player in history to score in the 3rd tier of Spanish football. What a comeback story. He has been away for 2 years, now 20 years old. That'll do, won't it? 1-1. Now, let's go beat Intercity, who are relegation favourites, and we were much better than last year. If we can end this episode on 4 points, that is big thumbs all round. Lots of thumbs. Well, for our second game of the season, we do have a slight problem. We've got several players away on international duty. Rabiot, Koulibaly and Suster all away on international duty. Losing Rabiot and Koulibaly particularly problematic because that's 2 of our central midfield options unavailable. Alex Boxall is back from his suspension, so he can come back into central midfield, but around him we are shuffling things around. Moreno is going to move forward and play in the more advanced role in central midfield, which theoretically he can do. We've never tried him there. We'll see what happens. Donut is going to come in and play at the base of the midfield, who's pretty decent in that role. I mean, all 3 of them pretty good defensively. We've got Cucurella as an option to bring in, but Cucurella is a part-time player. Both him and Fakal are going to drift further down the pecking order as the season goes on, just because they're not going to be as fit as everybody else because they're only training part-time, whereas everyone else is full-time. So that is going to be a problem. We're also bringing Joffrey in to start at centre-back. Should have started the first game. Jimenez is going to get a start at right-back as well. Other than all of those changes, it is an unchanged team. Right, we've got to give a squad number to this goalkeeper, who's going to have to take Zafra's number 25. So Zafra is now going to have to take number 16, because goalkeepers are only allowed 1 or 13 in the 1 to 24. So he can't have 1 or 13 because the 2 other goalkeepers have already got it. So he has to go outside of 1 to 24, which means Zafra has to give up his number 25 that he wore in the last match and wear number 16 in this match. Just Spanish football things I don't understand. Right, let's crack on. Remember, Intercity got promoted with us, so fingers crossed we'll beat them and beat them good, although they are top of the league, so presumably, definitely, they won their first game, so they're not going to be a soft touch. So let's, fingers crossed, find a way to get past them with a very makeshift midfield. But Ivan Fakal with a free kick, rather than shooting, floats it into Ivan Such, and his header goes just over. I mean, maybe Russetti is on the bench. Maybe he would have been an option in central midfield. He obviously can play there because we trained him to play there many years ago. We've won a penalty here. This should be Little Kev's first goal in the third tier. There is little Kevin Carlos stepping up to take the penalty to put us 1-0 in front of our now all-seater behind the goal bit. And look at all 11 people who are back there loving having somewhere to sit down. Wooden seats bolted onto terracing. It looks better than you'd imagine it would. But that is part of the... We've put a big telly in the corner as well. No wonder it cost us $250,000 to do it at the stadium. We didn't need to put that massive telly there. But that goal does put us up into the playoff picture. I mean, it's the second game of the season. We don't realistically think we're in the playoff picture, but it is very nice to be 1-0 up and hopefully in line for an unbeaten start to the season. We've got another tough match coming up next, which I'll do as part of the in-betweeny bits, which will be on lollujo 2 tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. No, it won't, because this is Friday. Monday morning at 11 o'clock, you'll see the next bit of in-betweeny bits, which is more big matches. So make sure you go and check that out if you don't normally watch lollujo 2, or even if you do normally watch 11 o'clock Monday morning. You're not going to want to miss it. But what was I going to say? Yeah, big football matches. I lost my train of thought a little bit. I was too busy trying to advertise the other channel. We've now done NordVPN, the Twitch, and the other YouTube channels today. Do you want to watch a vlog? I've got loads of them. We've got 2 vlog channels now. Do you want a beard trimmer? What else can I promote? Dual football shirts. They're great. You should buy one of them. Can't buy home shirts anymore, but you can still get dual football ones. And now we've given away a penalty. Oh, niblets. Right, Romero, another one of our part-time contingent, fingers crossed, can do a penalty save. And he can't. I mean, that was very, very similar to Carlos's penalty in the first half to make it 1-1. We will be quite disappointed if we don't pick up a win here. Intercity, like I say, are one of the teams expected to be battling for relegation as the season goes on, and they are kind of outplaying us. We might have to shift the tactic around a little bit this season. We've been using this wing play, never really having the ball, just get it forward quick and get it to our good striker. We've been using that for a while, and maybe it's not going to work the further up the league structure we go, but we are going to get Ivan Mutt on the left wing. Martinez Perez not having the best of games. Neither is the donut at the base of the midfield, so we're going to bring Cucurella on for him and push Moreno back there. And then I think we're actually going to take off Fakal and we're going to bring on... I'm tempted to bring on Russ Eddy, actually. I was going to bring on Rob Harley, but I think Russ Eddy, after that free kick in the last game, deserves to come on again. So he can come on the left wing, Ivan Mutt on the right wing, and Rob Harley's going to be a little bit disappointed to have been pushed down the pecking order a little bit by an old man, 20-year-old Russ Eddy, but he deserves more game time after what he did to save us the point in the last match. Little Kev can't keep his header down. Ivan Luis is warming up, and I think we might bring him on alongside Little Kev, although having said that, little Kev is shattered, so we'll just do a straight swap. I was going to sacrifice Moreno and put Lewis up there with him. Zafra is now tiring, so Russ said he can drop back to left back, and Rob Harley now can get his first appearance of the season on the left wing. We're going to offer some encouragement if we can. Apparently, maybe we already just did. I am going to be disappointed if we draw the first 2 games. We said this was going to be a mid-table season. We're looking very mid-table at the moment. Where's our killer instinct gone? It's far, far away. It serves me right for spending the whole episode trying to sell you things. Bad, Kev. That's the second slap on the wrist I've had today. And I promise, in the next episode, I might not be able to promise that. I promise there'll be an episode soon where I don't try and sell you anything. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.